This episode is brought to you by One World Empowered. Hey there, tired mama. Do you wish you could push a reset button on your energy? Like, do you want to keep up with those Energizer bunnies that are running around you all day? I know. I feel ya. Coffee can only do so much. Well, don't you worry. I've got you covered. Now just imagine a community of mamas who know the struggle and are working together to harness and reclaim their energy. We're talking about a true community of mamas who get it. Daily practices to jumpstart your days, accountability partners, group coaching calls to ground and recenter you throughout the 28 days. Does this sound like the exact dose of medicine you need in order to feel 100% again? If so, this program is exactly what you need if you want to be more present with your kiddos, if you think a new routine will help you maximize your time and you enjoy having an accountability partner to help you with developing that new routine and those new habits, if you'd like to increase your patience and energy all while reducing your stress and anxiety, and if you think it would be amazing to have an understanding community of mamas who get it and are on the same path towards healing. Mama, today is the day you choose you and level up. Come join our 28-day energetic reset for moms by visiting www.oneworldempowered.com/workwithme and click the Learn More option next to the Energetic Reset program, or just scroll down and click the link in my show notes below. I can't wait to meet you and witness you step into your full potential. See you there, Mama. You're listening to the Empowered to Heal podcast. I'm your host, Dena T, and I'm so excited to take you on a journey through stories of everyday experts as we share the ways we've harnessed the power inside us to improve the quality of our lives and the health of our minds. We're so excited to have you here with us and hope you feel inspired and empowered to heal. Welcome to Dena's Diary, a sacred space where I am sharing it all. This is an unedited, unfiltered, and an authentic look into who I am, how I think, and what I am processing as I learn to truly be with myself. You know, I bet our diaries and journals all look a little bit more alike than they do different. And if you are on a journey of understanding yourself, navigating this big world, making sense of what you feel and why you feel it, and you find yourself in like a time warp every so often, then join me in my diary. This is for you, so that you know that you are not alone, that what you feel is normal and being human is messy and emotions are okay. So no judgment here. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, and please be kind. Hello, you beautiful souls. I am chiming in on a whim right now. Do you ever have moments where you get an idea and you're not sure if it's an idea that is going to turn out to be good or if it's an idea that is just going to totally be something you regret forever? Well, this is one of those ideas. I've been journaling now for 3 days, and I'm on a journey. It's a 28-day energetic reset, and that name's totally made up. I was talking to my best friend and sharing with her that I am going to participate in this journaling experience for the new moon, the full moon. I'm still learning about lunar cycles, so I will mess up and make mistakes, but the full moon, I was journaling, and there's like this like manifestation prompt of what you're going to manifest over the next 28 days and to be specific with it. And my manifestation was probably not specific enough because I'm somebody who has a bajillion ideas always. But I am manifesting starting with myself. And over the next 28 days, which I am now on day 2 right now, I'm sitting with myself, hearing and listening to myself, separating my feelings from others. I'm going to learn Reiki to use for myself, and I'm documenting my journey with courage and humility. I am meditating daily, and I am journaling daily in whatever form that kind of comes out. And so that's kind of, I guess I'm saying this as a way to hold myself accountable and to share what led me to this. But I shared with one of my best friends about that, and she's like, yeah, that's like a 28-day energetic reset. Like, she used that word, and I was like, okay, deal. I'm doing a 28-day energetic reset. And so day 1, I was super excited, did a lot of reflecting around a soul reading I had done with Chelsea McLeod Schultz. I had done reflecting on the journaling I had done the night before. I attended my alumni group for an awakening course that I was a part of in 2020, and I'm in the alumni group every month. And I did more journaling around my wounded child, my adoptive child, and my time, and that's okay. You can experience inspiration and heaviness. And today I had so many emotions, and I've been having a lot of emotions lately, to the point where like I have a lot of days where I cry, and I cry happy tears, and I cry sad tears, and I get frustrated, and I feel like a bump on a log, and I feel all over the map emotionally. And today I was sitting with it, and I was talking to a friend that I love dearly, and shared like the thoughts come across my mind that I am crazy. What is going on? And then the thought came directly after that. No, I'm not crazy. Having emotions is normal. Expressing emotions is normal. Feeling is normal. And I need to sit with that. And my version of sitting with that today, you guys, has been anything but sitting still. My body has to move. I reorganized my entire living room in a way that I still don't like, and I'm going to have to redo. I did anything other than what I feel like I should be doing productivity wise. And I had to like move my body, feel my emotions, cry a little bit, process, grieve something that's going on in my life, celebrate something else that's going on in my life. And it was a crazy whirlwind of a day. And I got out of bed after putting my son to sleep and decided I needed to journal. And while I journaled today on day 2 of the 28-day reset, I realized that I think I should bring people along with some of the stuff that I'm processing, because I feel like it serves a purpose. It is something that people can relate to and digest and understand and know that they're not alone. And my whole intention with this entire podcast and my journey with empowering people and healing is to help people know that you can look left and right. You can see your neighbors around you, and life might look great on the outside, but in reality, we all have feelings. We are all going through something. We all have stories. And they deserve to be heard. And if we can have some transparency and humility and vulnerability in sharing our stories and letting people see what we experience in a day, maybe that'll normalize it for others in the world. Maybe the things that start working for you will help somebody else have an idea of what they want to try that's going to work for them. And together we'll be able to share this energy of healing and empowering one another and normalizing humanity and the feelings of being human, being mortal. And I was journaling tonight, and I was like, all right, my diary is going live. So welcome to Dena's diary. I am going to label this as Dena's diary, and any future entries that I put on the podcast, I will put on the podcast that it's a part of Dena's diary, and it is going to be accessible. It's going to be unedited. It's going to be raw. I do all of my own editing for my podcast, and there's not going to be any editing of these episodes. You guys are going to hear my emotion, my thoughts, my stammering, my just internal work, and you're going to hear it in a real, authentic way. I'm going to just show up like I am. And like I started this episode, I have no idea if this is a good idea or if this is a terrible idea. I tend to be a private person, and I've never made my private life a part of my work life. And I'm transitioning into a phase of life where my private life is my work life and my work life is my private life. And I'm living a life where I am doing my darndest to create harmony within myself. And in order to do that, I have to have fluidity within all realms of my life. And so my journal entry for tonight is really about my experience today with learning to be with my body, and how my intentions and meditations and what I set for myself kind of fizzled out through the day, and how my adaptive child is really ruling the roost and my emotions are pouring out like crazy. I had to talk myself through today that I am not crazy, that emotions are normal, that expressing emotions is normal and feeling things is normal. And I came to the realization that this is all pouring out of me right now because it's been repressed for the past 10 years, maybe longer. I have not done a good job of feeling my own feelings over the past 10 years. And well, like, not feeling my own emotions has served me in a way. And that sounds weird. Like, it served me in a way where I was able to be present how I needed to be present for what I was prioritizing in my life. And that had some pretty big effects. So to paint a picture, I think anyone who's in a helping profession, or if you're a first responder, if you're a social worker, if you work with humans who are in need or experiencing crisis, then you know the power of being with somebody. And being with people in big moments is something I absolutely love. I love being present with people in their raw human emotions and helping them feel safe, helping them feel understood and seen. And in order to do this, I oftentimes had to show up in a way where I regulated my own emotions. And maybe I'll use the word regulated, but maybe a better word is suppressed. I would suppress my own emotions and tap into an energy that I needed in order to be calm and be present and be curious and be caring and be supportive. And I would do this to treat big moments. I would do this to navigate anything that came up, answering on-call phones. I could literally do this, like tapping into like answering an on-call phone from being dead asleep and navigating a crisis, or leading people through navigating a crisis. And it just became second nature for me to do that. And then I would go home, or I would transition and end a phone call and have to transition into my personal life. And I don't think I ever fully made that transition in a authentic way. I think I continued to suppress my emotions and almost came across as hardened on the outside around anything in my personal life. And then if I needed to bring a level of energy or let down my guard, I could do so for moments in time, and then I'd pull it back up, physically be present, not let on all that I'm carrying from work or all that I've seen or heard or experiencing or frustrations I have, and kind of like just keep going with what I need to keep going with. And moments, I mean, I'm not a robot. That wasn't like 100% always like that all the time, but I'd have moments of letting the frustration out or venting about something, but then ultimately snapping back into like, this is normal and here we go. And what's for dinner? Like, let's cook and let's play this game and let's go to this outing, or, like, I don't know, just this like transition. And I felt like I had to show up like that in order to be able to, at the snap of a finger, transition back into if I was needed for work. And all of this stuff was my choice and my way of showing up. And I found it to be effective. I found it to be productive. I could be present and be with people who needed me in a leadership way, or be present and be with families and kids who needed somebody to be present in with them. And if I let myself be hardened, I guess is the way I'm going to use, in my personal life, I could so quickly snap back into being exactly what others needed me to be in my work life. And I never saw anything wrong with this, you guys, until today. So welcome to Dena processing this in my diary. I think many people probably do this though, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. I am now feeling feelings. I am no longer being in a position, I'm no longer in a position where I am available to other people and their needs all the time. And that's been hard because I think I have like an addiction to that, like an addiction to work and being a helper. And not being in that role all the time, I'm constantly feel myself trying to find familiarity to it and pulling myself back into that realm when I don't need to, as a coping mechanism, because I don't know what to do when I sit with myself. I used to joke and tell my supervisor, like, if I take time off, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm either going to go stir crazy and want to be working again, or I need to actively like be somewhere that's away and separated from work and be busy. And that was my truth. That was just how I lived. and now here I am creating my own future and working for myself and for a greater cause that is still in the like rebirth development phase, or the birthing and development phase. And I have to be with myself way more than I'm used to. I don't get to jump on a Zoom call with someone I work with and get excited about getting creative and solving something. I don't get to focus on leadership and development like I'm used to for other people and program development. And instead, it's not feeding off of other people and being with other people. It's being with myself. And this is so hard. And I know so many people out there have to do this, whether it's in a work way or a life way, or, I mean, maternity leave kind of forced me to try to figure out doing this. And that, I mean, y'all know how that went. We already talked about that. It's so tricky and it's so hard and it's so stinking confusing. And I guess I'm showing up here today sharing that I am learning to be with myself, with my body, in my body, and experiencing what I'm experiencing. And my emotions are coming up and like with vengeance. Like, you have been shoving me down for so long. Now it's time to feel, and that's okay. I think when we allow ourselves to feel, we open up the floodgates. We open up the passageway for the emotions to come through. And then if we judge them, we're suppressing them again. If we call ourselves crazy, or if we talk down to our emotions, or if we think we just need to suck it up, or if we doubt our emotions, that's not going to, that's suppressing. That's not going to promote being with yourself and moving through what you're feeling. And I think today I learned that moving my body is going to be a big way of how I move through my emotions. And I don't I know this isn't proper language, but I'm not like a worker-outer. I don't go to the gym and work out. I tried to jog the other morning and I don't like running. And when my heart rate, I have a medical condition. When my heart rate goes really fast, I lose my vision. And so that was really hard, but I was just trying to figure out, how do I move my body? And today it came out as rearranging my entire living room and literally all of the furniture in my living room. And sometimes it comes out in gardening, but I need to move my body. I need to feel my feelings. I need to cry. I need to laugh, even if the crying and the laughter of sorrow and grief and tears of happiness are a few minutes apart. I need to experience those feelings and honor them and let them come out without judging them. And I'll keep you posted in my future diary posts or diary podcast episodes on how that's working out for me. I hope that this vulnerability that I'm sharing, this transparency, is connecting with you guys. Please let me know. Leave a comment on the podcast. Let me know if this is something that resonates, or if this is something that I should let this episode live and move on with my life. I don't know. And again, I'm not going to please everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, as some would say, as Carrie would say. But I want to make sure that my transparency and my healing journey and coming out and saying this to the world is something that matters. So let me know. And good night, or I guess it's my good night. Whenever you're listening to this, have a good day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you are feeling inspired and empowered in your own healing journey. I know that many of you listening might be reflecting on your own stories that you may feel called to share. If so, please reach out to me at denat@empowertoheal.com. That's DENAT@empower2heal.com. Or drop me a message through my Instagram handle @empower2heal. I would love to connect with you and learn about your journeys so that we can hopefully continue to spread these powerful life lessons on empowering ourselves to heal. My contacts will also be linked in the show notes below so that you can easily find me. We are so eager to start a movement in showcasing the many ways we can heal. And you can be part of this movement too by capturing images and tagging them #empower2heal on Instagram. We look forward to seeing all the ways that you are empowered to heal. I love you, beautiful souls, and thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and review.